Hi folks, and welcome to another Lanes, Tracks and Trails video. In this video we'll be looking at a couple of items, a couple of bits of kit we've picked up that we'll be taking on our trips from now on. The first item we're going to be looking at is this. This is a Viair 400p compressor, suitable for inflating tyres up to 35 inch. So shouldn't have too much trouble with the 33s I'm currently running. To be honest, as a group we don't usually bother airing down really for laning. A couple of reasons for that. One, for most lanes I don't think it really needs it and it really warrants it. The exceptions was there's been a couple of trips where we've aired down. There's a Wye Valley and a Devon and Cornwall trip we aired down then. But to be fair, some of the lanes on that were absolutely mental. The other reason we don't bother is personally I find it a bit of a faff. On the Devon and Cornwall trip, 3 vehicles, 2 compressors. There's problems with both compressors if I remember correctly. I ended up finding a fuel station. So hopefully that will resolve that problem. Comes in a pretty neat little carry case, as you can see. To set it up, that's a compressor. You also get a spare filters and a few other little bits with it. So just attach the hair hose, this connects to the vehicle battery. They do recommend that you have the vehicle running when you're using it, presumably so it doesn't run the battery down. It can also be used to deflate as well as inflate, and all you do with that is push that up, and if you want to continuously deflate it, twist it and it will continue to deflate. We take this down to about 20. That's about 23 psi. That'll do, just to demonstrate it. Now they advise that you have the engine running when you use the compressor, presumably because of the battery drain. So we'll just start the engine. Well, I'm just going to take it up to 30 psi. 23 now. That's 34 psi. Let's take a little bit out. Going from 23 psi to 34 psi in a 33 inch tyre took around 50-55 seconds. That's about 32 psi. That'll do. Okay, I think that just about covers the compressor portion. Any questions, stick it in the comment section below. If I can answer it, I will. Let's look at item number 2. And here it is. A Tirfor hand winch. Most people who carry one of these for vehicle recovery tend to go for the 1600 kilo lift version, which will give you about 2.5 tonne winching capacity. This one is the next size up. This is 3.2 tonne lift, 5 tonne or 11,000 pound winch capacity. So why have I gone for the bigger version? Purely personal choice. The reason I went for the bigger one is simply because the Defender, this weighs around 2 tonne. If you factor in, it may be heavily bogged, you may be winching uphill, might be one or two other factors. It doesn't take long for that 2 tonne weight of the vehicle to quickly be approaching or even exceed the 2.5 tonne winch capacity. Yes, they will pull a little bit extra than what they're rated at, but even so, I would sooner have, just personal choice, the extra capacity built into the winch. Whichever version you go for, just remember these are a big old heavy piece of kit, so they need to be securely tied down. Having one of these, even the smaller version, flying around inside your vehicle off-road is going to really spoil your day. Compared to a vehicle mounted electric winch, these are big, heavy, cumbersome, slow to set up, slow to operate, hard work. So you may be wondering why bother with these at all, and that's a fair question. However, there are some situations though where the Tirfor has the advantage of a traditional electric winch. For instance, it can pull from any angle. It can pull the vehicle forwards, backwards, sideways, whatever. It's not dependent on engine power or battery power. If you've got a dead vehicle, you could still use it. It's robust, reliable, simple, hard work but easy to use, so they do have their place. So how does it work? Well, let's just imagine just for a moment that some idiot has managed to get your vehicle stuck. Okay, before you start using the winch, make sure you've got a good sturdy pair of gloves. The steel wire cable can give you some real bad cuts if you're not careful. Okay, first attach the steel wire rope to your vehicle. With that done, run the wire rope back to the winch. Don't anchor the winch just yet. You need to lock the clutch lever to the rear so you can feed the steel cable through. This can be quite difficult to do, especially when the winch is new. I found the best way to do this is upend the winch and give the clutch lever a good push to the rear. With the clutch lever locked in position, you can now attach your winch to the anchor point. And start feeding the wire rope through. You may require just a bit of jiggling about just to get the wire rope past the anchor point. Once you're clear of the anchor points, just pull and push the steel wire rope through the winch to take up any slack. And once you've done that, release the clutch lever and you're ready to start winching. Everything's now set up so we can start the pull. We haven't got a winch blanket with us, so just for the purpose of the demonstration we're using my coat. As I said earlier, not as fast as an electric winch, but it will get you out of trouble, and it's certainly faster than winching with a high lift jack. Okay, that's the end of the video. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, any of that wonderful stuff. It helps us out enormously. Big shout out to Alan D. Rover on Facebook. He runs a Facebook group, mostly tracks and trails, for letting me use his property for the winching portion. And thank you for watching.